What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because we are going to be doing a full face first impressions on Rare Beauty Selena Gomez's new makeup line. It literally launched this morning at Sephora, and I have had quite the morning because I set my alarm early so I could get up and be at Sephora right when they opened the door so I could purchase the collection to review for you guys. And I got there at 10 a.m. and then I was told that it actually doesn't open till 11 a.m. now because they like thoroughly clean the store, which is a good thing. I'm all for good cleaning at the mall right now. So I went back to my car, waited for an hour, went in right when they opened at 11 and purchased the collection so I could review it, edit, upload everything all today for you guys so I could get it up as soon as possible. So many of you guys have asked me about this collection, so I'm really excited to test out the products today. So obviously all this stuff was purchased with my own money. It was not sent to me in PR. Whether or not I'm sent a brand in PR does not change my opinion on the products. Either they're good or they're bad. I'm gonna let you guys know the truth either way, but I know you guys like to know that sort of stuff. So this was all purchased with my own money, and I actually thought the price point on this brand was pretty good. There was nothing over $30. So I got a bunch of products. Let me count them. I got, I think, 9 different products, and it was just about 200 bucks. But for 9 products at Sephora, 200 bucks is actually a pretty good price. So we're gonna see, like, is this just another celebrity cash grab, or is this actually a good makeup line with good products? I'm very interested to know. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, just gonna clip my hair back and out of the way. I should mention, I honestly don't know that much about Selena Gomez. Like, obviously I know who she is. I don't live under a rock. She is beautiful, talented, but aside from that, I don't know that much about her. So I'm not like a Selena Gomez stan that's just gonna say like all these products are amazing just because I love her. I feel like I was a little too old when she became really popular. I'm more like the Britney Spears era, but regardless, I'm really excited to see how everything works. So the first thing we're gonna go in with is primer. So this is the Always an Optimist Illuminating Primer. So they did have 2 different sizes in this one. So I opted for the smaller size. It's $14. Since it's a new product and I don't know if I'm going to like it, I figured I would just get the smaller one, and if I love it, I can always go back and get the bigger one. This is what the packaging looks like. Very nice, sleek packaging on everything. It kind of gives me like KKW Beauty vibes, like with the sleek neutrals, but I really like it. So we are gonna go in with this and see. Ooh, it looks like it has like some glow to it. So I actually love that. Lots of cream, like glow sort of products in this line. Oh wow. Okay, this actually looks really nice. It reminds me kind of like, upon initial application, of the MAC Strobe Cream. Do you guys remember that? I used to be obsessed. It just gives the prettiest glow to the skin, and this actually feels and looks a lot like that. Like, makes your skin glisten and glow, which I have dry skin, so I love illuminating primers like this. And no scent at all to this, which is nice if your skin is more sensitive. So this actually looks really pretty. I might be going back for the full size. We'll see how it works like with the foundation and stuff, but upon initial application, I really like the glow that it gave to my skin. All right, now let's move on to foundation. So this is the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation. So this one, I was very surprised at the price. This was the most expensive product, but it's $29. So for a foundation at Sephora, that's actually very affordable. Most foundations at Sephora are more around the $40 mark, so $29 was a great price. Well, I mean, it'll be a great price if it's a great product, so we'll see on that, but it is cheaper than a lot of the other foundations at Sephora, so I liked that. It says a foundation elixir that feels barely there while building coverage and boosting your natural glow. There was a ton of different shades in this. Let me look up online the exact amount of shades, but there was a ton at Sephora, which I was very happy to see. 48 different shades, so that is amazing. The only thing I'm nervous about is the shade on this. So I went with shade 310W. Now, I don't know if this is just my Sephora or every Sephora in light of everything that's going on, but you can no longer use the testers. Like, you can't swatch the testers anymore at Sephora. So it made finding the foundation shade a little difficult just because, again, there was so many options, but this is the shade that I was color matched to by the wonderful Sephora employee that helped me this morning. She was so kind, because it looks a little dark, but you guys know I don't apply self-tanner to my face, so my face is always lighter than my neck, so we are going to be matching to the neck. So fingers crossed this works. The girl that helped me at Sephora this morning told me to shake this up and to shake it up for at least 6 seconds. She was like, shake it like a margarita, and I was like, yes, I could use a margarita even though it's 11 a.m. So just gonna shake this up real good before we go ahead and apply it, and let's go in and see. Super cute packaging. I like this kind of like ball at the top. It's cute. Ooh, it just like squirted out. Oh my goodness, I think I shook it a little too much. Oh my lord. Give me a second, let me clean it. So maybe don't shake it as much as I did, I don't know. All right, I think we're good now. We have a big doe foot applicator, which I normally actually really like these. Oh goodness, this looks dark. Ooh, I felt like I knew it, that it was gonna be too dark in the store. Oh, all right, it's okay. We're gonna blend it out. I purposely got a lighter concealer because I was thinking that this was gonna be too dark, but she was like, no girl, that's your shade. So I was like, okay. And again, you can't swatch it, so it's a little difficult, but plus I'm also wearing a mask, so that doesn't help anything. But anyways, we're gonna go in and blend. It feels very, very lightweight, so I get that like elixir feel. Like it does not feel thick at all. I actually think we'll be able to make the shade, it definitely is too deep, but I think we'll be able to make it work with the concealer, so I'm not that concerned about it. Blending it down the neck to make it look like it's not too dark. Because I wasn't even really thinking about that till I just said that. The girl that was matching me too, I literally had like a mask covering up my whole face anyways. But it's okay. Honestly though, this feels like there is nothing on my skin. It feels very, very silky and lightweight, like more like a water than it is like a cream. So I actually really like that. It feels very light on the skin. And I do feel like it gave me a pretty good coverage. I would say it's about medium coverage. I do have a blemish over here, so you can see it didn't completely cover that up, but it covered up most of my redness and anything else I have going on. So that would just be an area that I would go in and additionally spot conceal. But aside from that, the rest of my face I think looks pretty good. And it just looks very, very like your skin, but better. It does have a bit of a glow to it, but it's nothing crazy. So I would say even if you have oily skin, it should be fine. It's not gonna give you a super dewy finish. It's just more of like a natural finish. And I actually really, really like it, like the way that it looks. I'll be interested to see how it lasts throughout the day. It's 12 o'clock now, so I'll be uploading this hopefully by like 5 p.m. tonight. So I will get to wear it for a bit of time, and I will update the description box. So I'll probably update it a little bit later tonight after you guys have seen this video. So you can reference and see, like I wanna wear it for at least like 8 hours to be able to tell you guys like, you know, if it lasted or not. So later on tonight, I will update the description box with how it lasts on my skin. But right now, I am actually very, very impressed with it. I think it looks really, really nice. Alrighty, now for concealer, we have the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer. I got shade 190W in this. This is a moisturizing, buildable concealer that melts seamlessly into skin for undetectable, cake-free coverage. That sounds good. Let me see how much this was. $19. Yeah, see, the pricing on this brand is actually pretty good. Like obviously it's more than drugstore, but for a high-end brand, especially a brand at Sephora, the pricing on it is actually very good. So this is what the concealer looks like, basically like a little version of the foundation. She didn't tell me to shake the concealer, but maybe I will just a little bit. Not as vigorously as I was shaking the foundation. And I love this little top. It makes it easier to like hold in your hand. I actually really like that. Seems like they thought of a lot of stuff like when coming up with this, which I like. Whoa, okay, this doe foot is interesting looking. Do you guys see? It's like flat. That is interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna go in on my under eyes with this. I actually kind of like that flat top. Like, so you can get those sharp angles if you want them, and then you can kind of drag it on its side. It's the first doe foot I've ever used that's like that, but I like it. Now you guys know I use a lot of concealer, so feel free to use as much as you would like, but I always use a lot. And I'm gonna just bring it down the center of my face as well to highlight and brighten that. And I'm just gonna go in and blend that out. They did have a makeup sponge in this collection. I opted not to purchase that. I have a lot of makeup sponges that I already like. I just didn't feel the need to purchase another, so I didn't. I purchased the makeup products. I didn't purchase the tools. She had like 2 brushes too. I kind of just with my tools, like I have my tools that I like that I always use and I don't really switch them up, so I did not purchase any of the brushes or the makeup sponge. I was more interested in seeing how the makeup worked. So that blended out really, really nicely in the center part of my face, but I feel like it didn't really give me any coverage. Just kind of gave me this light kind of glow. So I'm a little nervous at what the under eyes is gonna be like, but let's see. Because you guys know I like a fuller coverage concealer on my under eyes. Especially because I woke up early this morning to get to Sephora on time, just to be told they were not open. But to be honest, it did make me feel safer, I think, shopping in the store. Like they were taking so many protocols for their employee safety and the customer safety, so I can't complain about that. This actually blends out really, really flawlessly and seamlessly. I would say the consistency of the concealer is very similar to the consistency of the foundation. It's very light, weightless, and gives like a medium coverage. For me, foundation, medium coverage, I'm good with. For concealer, I like something that's more full coverage. So this would be something that I would suggest if you like lighter coverage concealers, you want something quick, easy, weightless for your under eyes, or to be used as more of like a liquid highlight or liquid contour. I think that would be really nice because it blends out seamlessly. But for me, I like a little more coverage on my under eyes. This isn't really giving me the type of coverage that I want. It does say it's buildable, but I feel like I already used a lot of product, so I'm not gonna go in and try and layer any more than that. That would just be aggressive. So I wouldn't say the concealer is something that is gonna become like a holy grail of mine. All right, now there's a lot of cream face products. Normally now I would go in and like set everything on my face and then we would go and do the eyes, but there's a lot of cream face products in this line, so I wanna try them before I set with any powders. So we have the Soft Pinch Matte Liquid Blush. This looked beautiful. They had a bunch of different shades. I opted to get the shade Bliss. So let me take it out and show you guys. This just looked so pretty. Again, unfortunately, I couldn't swatch them in the store, but this shade looks beautiful. I like the little gold detailing on these ones. We'll swatch a little on my hand. Ooh, that looks so pretty. Okay, this looks like something I might really like. Same kind of flat doe foot, which is cool. The price on this was $20. So what I'm gonna do with the cream blush is I'm gonna apply a couple dots. Well, we'll just do one cheek for now and see how it works. And then I'll go in and do the other one. And I'm just gonna use my sponge to blend it out. And again, they did have a bunch of different shades in this to suit different skin tones. Wow, this is actually really pretty. Because I'm not a big cream blush fan, but this is actually beautiful because it actually blends out very easily. Sometimes they don't and they just look like a hot mess, at least for me, but that is pretty. This is the kind of cream blush that I like. One that blends out flawlessly, gives you a little tint, but it's nothing too crazy, and that's exactly what this did. That's really, really pretty. All right, Selena. You know what I always think when I think Selena Gomez is that Nicki Minaj song where she's like, gotta keep an eye out for Selena. Does anybody know what I'm talking about, or am I making no sense? I don't know. All right, that's beautiful. So let's do it on the other side now as well. I'm gonna have to go back and get some more of these because these are pretty. And changing my mind as to not really liking cream products. We do have a cream highlight next, so we'll see. We'll see how that works, but this cream blush, and see if you just blend it like a little bit, then you get a little bit more pigmentation where then you can keep blending it out like I did and really melt it into that foundation to just give you that like pretty flush, like maybe it's natural, maybe it's makeup, I don't know. I'm gonna put a little on my nose too. I've been applying blush on my nose as well for that little kind of cutesy look, I guess. But this is something that I thought I wasn't going to like, but I actually surprisingly think it looks beautiful and blends flawlessly into that foundation. Very, very pretty, like that a lot. Alrighty, now we have the liquid highlight. This is the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer. I got the shade Outshine. Pretty gold. Let me take it out to show you guys. Again, another product that they had quite a few different shades in. They launched with a lot of products at their initial launch, which is cool. Sometimes when brands are first getting started, they don't launch that many products at first, but they had a lot. So this I thought was beautiful. So the price on this is $22. So it's $2 more than the blush, but it is a lot bigger, so you do get a lot more products. So let's go and put this, do a swatch first. Ooh, girl. Pretty! Oh my gosh, if it looks like this on my cheeks, then I'm gonna like it, okay? Now, liquid highlight I do find sometimes applies better with my finger, but I'm going to apply it like we did the blush first on this side with the actual doe foot applicator. Apply it like right here, and then I'll blend it out with my beauty sponge and see how that does. Okay, it's blending out. Some of them don't blend out and they just look patchy, but I feel like that blends it out into kind of nothing. Like I don't really... Like you can see it a little bit, but it's not blinding, I wouldn't say. You guys know I like blinding. So let me go and I'm gonna put some on my finger and see if that helps. Put some there and blend it out with my finger to get a little more pigment. Just tapping it. Yeah, so that definitely helped to build it up a little bit more. Definitely still a more natural product though. I mean, you can see it now more, so I would suggest using your finger for this if you want more of like a glow. But it is overall definitely a more natural highlight, which honestly does go with the theme of the brand. I feel like everything that I've tried so far is more natural. The foundation, the blush, the concealer, everything. So it does go with the other products. I just personally like a more blinding highlight, so this isn't something that I think I would get a ton of use out of, but that doesn't mean that it's not a pretty product. I'm gonna go in on my other cheek with my finger directly and just tap that out. But I do feel like if you're just looking for this like everyday kind of glow, like I recognize the fact that not everyone wants this crazy blinding glow that I like, especially every day. If you're going to school, you're going to work, like whatever. So this could be a great product for that. But if you're looking to be seen from Mars, this is not the highlight for you. So for me, I would say the highlight is more of a pass. I just don't think this is something that I would get a ton of use out of. Maybe on no makeup days, if I just want to add a little glow to my skin, this would be a pretty product for that. But if you're looking for like this blinding glow highlight, this isn't going to be the product for you. The more I think about it, actually, based on how like sheer this is, I actually think that I would use this as kind of a primer before I go ahead and apply my foundation when I want a really glowy look. That would actually probably be really, really nice. So that's probably how I will end up using this in the future, because obviously I use it, I'm not gonna return it. So even though I won't use it as a highlight, I feel like that would be really, really nice and help to give a glow, or you could even add some of it to a foundation. So I think that's how I'm going to use this in the future going forward. All right, now we have the eyebrow pencil and the eyeliner to try on the eyes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set where I applied that concealer. I'm just gonna use some of my Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana, which is what I normally use. I'm just gonna apply that just to set everything down. The concealer is creasing a little bit on my lid, but it's also been on there and not been set, so I can't really complain about that too much because typically all concealers crease on my lid if I don't set them. So I'm just adding a light little bit of powder just so that the brows and the liner doesn't just like slide all over the place. And then I'm just hitting my face with a very light finishing powder just to help that foundation and all those cream products last throughout the day. I always set with the powder, so this is no different than what I normally do. All right, so now let's jump in with the brow pencil. So this is the Brow Harmony Crayon and Gel. I got the shade Cool Brown. They did have a couple different shades in this. I actually didn't realize that this was like dual-sided. So I guess we have like the brow product on one side, and then what is this? I just assumed it was a spoolie, but now I'm like, oh, okay, then you get a tinted brow gel. That's actually really nice. How much was this? I didn't realize that you were getting those two products, honestly. $22, okay. So that's pretty cool for 22 bucks to get both products. Let me zoom you guys in a bit so you can see up close. Alrighty, so we are gonna go in to our brows. It is a thicker pencil, so I'm used to using like thinner ones, which is just what I prefer. This is actually looking really pigmented, so that's nice. I just normally like tiny little pointed brow pencils. Ooh, now that I'm applying this, I'm like, is this too dark? I feel like it might be. They had another one like taupe or something, which maybe I should have went with that, but again, without being able to swatch, this was the best that I could do. And just go in with a spoolie from another product to like spoolie some of this. This does have a more waxy feel than I typically like, which I think is interesting because they have that like gel on the other side, so the product itself didn't really need to be that waxy because you can use the gel to kind of set it. I don't know that I love this brow product, I'll be honest, but I think part of the reason why I don't like it is because it is pretty dark and I probably should have went with a lighter shade, so that's not the brand's fault. That's a personal problem. I'm gonna go in with the gel, swipe some of it off and see. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I don't know. There are brow products that I like better. I like that it's dual-sided. I like that you get the gel, and I like that you get this product. I just think it is a little too waxy, and I personally just like a smaller, more precise brow pencil. I feel like this is a very wide pencil, and I know some people like those kind. I just don't personally. I like something that I can get in really, really close with like precision, so this probably won't be a product that I will use a ton of, but I'll probably just give it to a friend or my mom or something to get better use, somebody who has a bit darker eyebrows. Maybe with a lighter shade I'd like it more, but just not for me today. All right. Moving on from the brow pencil, I want to try the Perfect Strokes eyeliner. So this is supposed to be a matte, intense, waterproof liner that delivers bold and even strokes with a calligraphy style brush. So this was, how much was this? $19. So let's see how this works. Ooh, I like the packaging on this. This is really cute. I guess I didn't really look at this in the store because I just grabbed it because there's no shade. But this is very, very nice packaging. I like this a lot. It looks like one of those fancy pens. That is what the tip looks like. Do a little swatch. All right, looks pretty good. I like to like practice before I go in. So we will go in and do a wing. Talking while doing this is always the hardest part. Oh my goodness, but this is actually working pretty well. The harder you press, the thicker line you get, and then the softer you press, you can get a thin line. And I brought it pretty much all the way in, so we'll see how that does like in my inner corner because my eyes are pretty watery. So hopefully it holds up. This is actually a bigger liner than I'm used to working with. Like it's pretty fat towards the end, but it really tapers into a tiny little point so you can still get that precise like wing and lines if you want that. All right, I think my liner looks pretty good. We'll see how it holds up in the inner corners, but it was pretty easy to use. Is it like revolutionary? No, I think it's a pretty good liner. There are a lot of good black liquid liners out there. I'm gonna go pop on just some lashes and mascara to finish off my eyes, and we'll be back to test the rest of the products. All right, you guys, I'm back. I just popped on my lashes. Now, while I was doing my lashes, I realized two things because I was like really up close looking to apply them. This concealer is a no from me. This does not look good on my under eyes. It's already like settling pretty bad into my fine lines and like creasing and stuff, so the concealer I do not like. Just not working well for me, so the concealer is something that I will not use again. The foundation actually looks great. I really like the foundation, and the shade actually ended up being good like with my neck. At first I was nervous it was too dark, but I actually think it looks pretty good. So the foundation I really like, the concealer is just a no. I don't like that, and the eyeliner is holding up really good. It has not frayed or anything in my inner corner, so I would say that it is waterproof. All right, now we're gonna get into lip products. So I got the Lip Souffle Matte Lip Cream in the shade Inspire. This was like the classic, I feel like the photo of Selena Gomez, I think, for like the promo of this brand, I'm pretty sure she was wearing this shade. It's like a classic red lip with like the cat eye, so I thought it would all kind of go together. So that's why I picked this one up. Super cute packaging. They did have lip balms as well. I passed on them. I'm not a huge lip balm fan, so I did not purchase that. I went with the matte liquid lipstick. So this is $20, and it says a whipped lip cream that delivers comfortable one-stroke color with a vivid velvety finish. So it actually might not be full matte, so let's see how it does. This is what it looks like. And we'll go in and apply. Same kind of doe foot as the other products, a more flat. Yeah, this definitely has like that whipped kind of consistency to it. The name souffle is accurate, I would say. I'm gonna go in and get a little bit more. The flat doe foot on this actually makes it good because you can use it like I'm using it to kind of line the lips and then go over the lips with the bigger flat side. I don't know if that just made any sense, but I like the doe foot on this, especially when applying without a lip liner like I'm doing. I definitely like the consistency on this. It feels very, very weightless on the lips. Like it doesn't feel like anything. So I think that just goes along with the brand. Like all the products do feel very weightless, very light, and this is no different. It looks completely matte, but it still feels very like creamy, like it feels like a regular lipstick. I don't know how to describe it. So it's a very, very, very nice formula. I'm interested to see if it ends up transferring a lot or not. That I just don't know about. So I'm gonna give it a second to see if it dries down. My gut is telling me that it's probably just going to stay like this, but I do really like the way it feels, not drying to the lips at all. All right, so it's been about a minute. It feels exactly the same. So I think this is how it's going to stay. It's not gonna dry down to be a true matte, which is good because that means it's not gonna dry the lips. I am gonna like kiss my hand, we'll see. All right, not terrible. You are gonna get obviously some with this, but this is less than like a traditional lipstick would be and feels really, really nice on the lips. So I can't complain about that at all. I like this formula a lot. Just be careful if you're gonna be kissing your boyfriend or whomever. They may get some lippy on their lips, but it's okay. All right, and then last but not least, we have the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Mist. So this is a glow boosting mist that hydrates, primes, sets, and refreshes the skin. So that's cool. I didn't know we could have used this with the primer too. I was thinking it was more just a setting spray, but you can use it for both. And this was, what does it say on here? Where is it? Okay, $24. So after the foundation, this was the second most expensive product. And this is what it looks like. So let's go in. It does say shake well on this as well. So I'm gonna shake it up, shake it up. And then I'm gonna spritz this on my face. Ooh, it has a nice light scent to it. The mister isn't crazy, but it's not, like you can definitely feel it. It could have been a little bit of a finer mist, but it's not bad. Let me try it one more time. No, you know what? Honestly, it's light. It's not bad. It feels refreshing on the skin. It's hot in my filming room right now and feels very hydrating to the skin. I'm gonna use an up close mirror and see if this added like, yeah, it did actually add a little bit of a glow to the skin. I love this foundation. Like the more I look at it up close on my face, I'm like, the foundation is really, really nice. So overall for this line, what I would say is primer, love. Really liked this, gave a beautiful glow to the skin, and I think it worked really well with the foundation. The foundation I really like. That would probably be the #1 thing that I would recommend purchasing from this line if you want to get something. It is the most expensive, but I think for $29 it's a great foundation and I really do like it and can totally see myself using this. Again, be sure to check the description box later on tonight. I will update the description box probably by like 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. So if it's not there right now when you're watching this video, I will update it tonight because I am going to be uploading this video the same day I'm filming it. Liquid blush, love, super beautiful, blended out beautiful, probably the best liquid blush I think I've ever tried. Because typically I'm not a big fan of them. This I can see myself using for sure again. The concealer is a no, this just didn't work for me and my skin, so I would not recommend this. I just didn't like it. I won't be using it again. Eyeliner I think is nice. It has not frayed in my waterline, so I would say that it is waterproof because typically if a liner is gonna fray in my waterline from my watery eyes, it's gonna do it pretty much immediately, so it hasn't budged, so I do like that. The lippy also feels very nice. I like the color. It's a very vibrant, like bright red. Those are my personal favorite reds, so this color specifically in Inspire I do really like, and I like that it looks matte, but it's not drying to the skin. I wish it was a little bit more transfer proof, but I think for it to be completely transfer proof, it wouldn't feel as nice as it does on my lips. So I do think this is a product that I will continue to use as well. The eyebrow pencil I was not crazy about. This is probably a product that I will give to a friend. I don't think it's terrible, but there are other brow products honestly that are quite a bit cheaper that I prefer more. The setting spray felt nice. It was a nice hydrating kind of rejuvenating mist to my skin. Do I think it's revolutionary? Probably not, but overall I definitely don't think it's a bad product. And then last but not least, I feel like I'm torn on the highlight. As a highlight, I personally don't like it. I like something more blinding. It's very, very natural, which I would say is a theme overall with pretty much all of these products, is more natural, lightweight, where I like a blinding highlight. But with that being said, I do think it's a nice product to mix in maybe with a foundation or to apply to your skin before a foundation to give you an overall glow. So I do think that I will use this for that. I just won't be using it as a traditional highlight like on my cheeks. So yeah, those are my overall thoughts. And obviously, you know, with every makeup launch, you're not going to like every single product from a launch. So just because there was products in here that weren't my favorite or didn't work for me doesn't mean that overall I don't like this brand. I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised. Especially like I said with the foundation, the cream blush, the primer, I really, really loved those three. So I don't think that this was just like a celebrity cash grab. Selena Gomez just trying to make money and putting out bad products. I actually think the products were really good and well thought out. So that is everything, you guys. Let me know down below, are you guys gonna be checking out Rare Beauty? I would love to hear. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye!